enough to where I'm standing in front of this camera talking to an inanimate object like a damn insane person. All right, what should the government's role be? In general, to summarize right off the bat, it needs to be far less than what it is right now. Far, far less. Both on the local level and on the federal level. But here we are. Let's discuss where it should go. First of all, secure the borders, right? Pretty basic one. Without that, do you even have a government? You know, what are we doing? Second, level the playing field, as in not necessarily make it fair, but don't let monopolies, for example, happen. Monopolies inherently create a field that is not fair for smaller companies to come up. See minimum wages. I think those tend to not level the playing field for startups and such. Provide infrastructure. That means, yeah, provide infrastructure that is inherently monopolistic. Roads being an obvious one, power lines, but we're starting to see also a computer network infrastructure. All the cell towers, all the fiber going under the roads, so on and so forth. Once that's there, it's hard for a competitor, if not impossible, to come in and be like, hey, I want to be in on this as well. Not going to happen. Elon Musk is a special case, but even then, I mean, the space up there is starting to get crowded, isn't it? That's crazy. Space is getting crowded. Enforce laws. Somebody steals my car, you know, I'm going to do what I can about it, but I can't track down people and go through all that hassle. I got kids to feed and a house to maintain, you know. So enforce the laws. Keep people from murdering one another. Keep people from raping people. That one in particular, that one's kind of critical. And whatever other laws we decide as a community, as a society, we want to be upheld. These business regulations. Some are good, some are bad. The open market is a fantastic idea. Capitalism is a fantastic idea. But left unchecked, it's not so fantastic. I don't see the catalytic converter being part of being created in the open market. Who's going to pay more for a heavier car that drives slower and has less horsepower? Nobody. And can have more problems. See what happens whenever one of your piston rings give out and you dump more fuel down the exhaust, and, well, anyways, you're going to wish you didn't have a catalytic converter, I'll tell you that much, but it's a good thing that all the cars have it. There's no doubt about that. On the other side, don't tell me how big the cup size I can get at 7-Eleven is, New York, okay? Let's not do that kind of. From a safety perspective, don't let businesses lie about what their product does. Don't let businesses sell stuff that they know, that we know is bad for us. Lead paint, like, thank God that's not a thing anymore. Government stepped in, took care of that. Did the government? I have no idea. Maybe they didn't. Who knows? Maybe the market was self-regulated, but either way, in a lot of instances, they wouldn't. So government, I would say, has a place to step in those instances. The human desire for greatness. I don't think we would have put a man on the moon. I don't think we would have carved faces into mountains. I don't think we would explore the depths of the oceans or Antarctica if it wasn't for governments. Taxpayer, where there's little monetary incentive, capitalism is not going to step in and do whatever doesn't provide monetary incentive. And some great things do not provide monetary incentive. So I'm afraid we're going to start seeing more and more of that as technology progresses, but that's a whole nother thing. And last but certainly not least, if anything, this should be the first one. Don't forget who you serve. Don't forget who you serve. The government is just a bunch of people. Lewis Black said it ages ago. Like, people think it's a building that walks around. No, it's just people. Okay? These people are supposed to be servants, and they don't act like it. At least a lot of them don't. Enough to where I'm standing in front of this camera talking to an inanimate object like I'm an insane person. Okay, not all YouTubers are insane. Only like half. Okay? But yeah, serve the people. That's the core function. If not the only function. That's how it could be summarized. Serve the people. That's what government should do. Serve the people. Yeah, that's a good note to end on. Anyways, Rev Zero, let me know what you guys think. That's the whole point of this, to refine some of these ideas and kind of see what works and what doesn't. Later.